There was definitely a blue wave in Harris County Tuesday night. Hundreds of thousands of people chose to vote straight party ticket. 100,000 more Democrats chose that option than Republicans. The results of that: experienced elected officials like Harris County Judge Emmett was kicked to the curb and replaced by a 27-year-old newcomer. More than 50 Harris County Republican judges were also essentially fired by voters, all not likely because of how they performed on the bench, but because of that R behind their names. For more on this, we're joined by judges Mike Fields and Marc Carter. Both were replaced last night in the blue wave. First of all, when you realized, guys, what had happened, your thoughts on that? You knew that that wave was coming because of the referendum on President Trump, and for those who were supporting Beto O'Rourke.
Yeah, well, I mean, I knew it right away when I saw the results. As soon as I saw the early voting, I knew that it was real. There've been people, you had heard some of the talk of there really isn't a blue wave, there's this red wave, and you know, but yeah, we could feel it. We had no way to know what a force Beto was going to be.
It was a blue tsunami, and we got devastated by it. And I think you're right. I think it was more a referendum on President Trump, on Beto O'Rourke, on national things that we have no control over. I've spoken with a number of Democrats today who have said, you know, Mike, this had nothing to do with you. It didn't have anything to do with your opponent. It had everything to do with
except it left you without a damn job.
Right. You know, I wish it was a little bit more about my job, but you know, we're going to be fine. We had jobs before we had these jobs, and we'll work someplace else after this.
But I brought you guys on because people don't know the groundbreaking work you've done in Harris County. Right now, you're pushing bail reform. You guys have done a great job with veterans, bringing veterans into the court. Tell us a little bit about that and how you have made a difference in veterans' lives and others who have come through your courtroom.
You know, Marc has made a difference in veterans' lives throughout the state because he started veterans courts in Texas.
And you guys are nationally recognized for that.
He certainly is, and he has brought me along. You know, I'm more recognized in the area of DWI work, and you and I have talked about that in the past. And with respect to bail reform, just stepping out there and saying our system is unfair to the poor and to people who are in minority groups, and trying to change that fact. That's a hard push. It'll be easier now for the judges who are coming in, but Marc with veterans work has just been incredible, and that's why he's recognized so well.
That is, it's just a broader concept of restorative justice, and essentially what that is just taking people that come into the criminal justice system, instead of throwing them away, you know, doing an assessment, seeing what they need, and getting them the things that they need. And so when you talk about veterans that come in to the criminal justice system, we have this, you know, wonderful, the DeBakey Medical Center here that we collaborate with, as well as, you know, other community
Mental Health
entities
America.
like Mental Health America, Combined Arms Center, and everybody works together to get these guys back on track. And I say guys, it's men and women. People would be surprised how many female veterans are coming in to the criminal justice system.
So what's next for you guys?
Wow.
It's
still
it's
soaking
always
in,
good
man.
to get a judge at a law firm.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and if any of them need one, you can get two for the price of one.
dial 1-800.
You know, right now it's about taking a deep breath. You know, my wife and I talked about this last night, and her advice was, you know, Mike, just take a minute, breathe, and then see what you want to do. I've been asked about some things and things that I'm very interested in. I think that it's important for us as, you know, Marc's got 15 years on the bench, I've got 20 years on the bench. I think that some of the experiences that we've had can still be valuable to the people who are coming in. You know, you always hear people say, Isaiah, that these races should not be partisan. I think we both agree with that. And my feeling is, just because you lost doesn't mean that you don't have something to offer the people who are coming in. I bear them no ill will or malice. Matter of fact, I want to help them do a good job because our system needs that.
Yeah, you know, I would like to continue doing the kind of work that I do, working with veterans, mental health. So I would, I'm looking at entities, businesses, law firms that do public interest work and, are interested in doing things in the community. And, hopefully I'll find something like that and be able to get settled in and continue to work with the veterans in the community.
All right.
Yeah.
We want to thank you guys for coming on The Factor Uncensored, and much continued success. We want to thank you for the jobs you all did on the bench.
Brother, I appreciate you.